our meet. I'm almost done with the social link media. Give me maybe 3 more minutes. Okay, that should be enough. One, two, three, maybe I need one more link. Speaking of which, we are going to play Duel Links, as you can listen. I feel like I'm forgetting a special site to share the link. I'm just trying to figure it out. Okay. We are absolutely, completely ready to go. So yeah, coming up next, we're going to try something different than what I usually do. Normally I will self-impose a challenge related to the game. For example, on the previous stream, the challenge was to unlock Luna. On this case, the challenge will be learning by itself. Now, how can I learn English with this guy?
No retreat.
Intercontinental champion Bandit Kid has no qualms about using underhanded tactics to steal the win. His signature monster, Barrel Dragon, has an effect that enables it to destroy his opponent's card. Okay. So, to be honest, I choose Bandit Kid out of the mean. I remember watching Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridges series, and he was the man who will always take a line about being American. And just when I thought about, by the way, we are using Blue Eyes because, as I said before, I'm a newbie on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I just started playing this year, so in terms of cost and profit and being a free player, this is the most wise deck to pick, because then again, Noble Knight, it's restricted, the Amazoness deck is bad, and you have to grind up to level 45 just to get the boss. So yeah, this is basically easy mode for us. But yeah, back to the to the why am I doing this, because basically I opened this channel to practice my English, and if I had to be honest, Yu-Gi-Oh was a huge teaching tool for anyone who want to learn language. No matter if you are American, if you want to test your Spanish, your Dutch, your French, your whatever, the card you get. Because I know a couple of people who tend to collect cards from Germany, from France, and even Italian cards, just because of the technical differences between the colors and the effects and even the material of the card. Yeah, you might think it's the same cardboard for every single fabric, but that's not the case. And yeah. Anyways. Now, how are we going to do this? I have no particular idea. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Maybe I'm going to play with the machine, and sometimes I'll try to mimic, because using the mimic can be an effective tool to learn. And yeah, back again to Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, sure, granted. Normally you won't use half of the words of the game in real life. For example, I won't use words like toner, like tribute summon, like synchro that often. But when it comes to creating sentences, for example, let's read just the Blue Eyes White Dragon. This legendary dragon is a powerful engine of destruction, virtually invincible. Very few have faced this awesome creature and lived to tell the tale. Tell the tale, that's another thing with the pronunciation. Maybe they are way too close for the non-native people. And another huge benefit I see in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is the fact that now I'm running on auto, because I'm explaining the process we are going to travel around for the next 2, maybe 3 hours at most. But another positive thing that I find about playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or at least with Duel Links, is that they normally speak a lot between the duels. So yeah, let's read again. Oh, I lost. I need more spill and trap cards. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Thank you for the duels. In America. Other than that, I don't know if we are going to make Bandit Kid running up to level 45, because Desperado deck is not that good anymore. So there is no point on leveling up my guy here, other than the meme, other than getting my English my English vocabulary is what needs to be leveled up. But maybe the character will go up faster than me. So yeah, this is about grinding in the double sense of the word. Okay, let's play with Duke on normal. Wait, no. Wait, no. I'm going to play against Ishizu because Ishizu is the best girl, at least on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monster. And of course, I'm going to use BM.
I hope you're ready to lose.
I have foreseen that this duel will end in your defeat, and you cannot escape your destiny. Duel!
It's my turn.
Oh, okay.
From my hand, I activate a spell.
Like, seriously, isn't anyone better than Ishizu on Yu-Gi-Oh?
This.
Some people like Thea, some people like Mei. I know which one was your crush, but the first time I saw Ishizu,
Monster's effect activates.
she wasn't only beauty, but she also came up with Obelisk, one of my favorite ever cards, not only as an Egyptian god card, but also, you know, the character was super mysterious, and she picks on Kaiba like he was his cousin. So yeah, I love every single part about
My monster's effect
Ishizu,
activates.
to the point that maybe in the future I might just build a Great Keeper deck around her.
I special summon a monster.
So sorry, Bandit Kid, you are merely a tool for now.
I end my turn.
My turn.
Okay,
I draw.
let's see. I'm taking this duel to the next level, blah blah
Summon
blah.
monster in attack position.
You gonna make your move or what? This.
Let us battle.
You must be unluckiest dweeb
I shall attack.
in the world to get matched up with me.
You must be
I
the
end my
unluckiest
turn.
dweeb. It's my turn.
Okay, I'm going to use the VM in my turn so I can read a little.
Nobody beats Bandit Keith. Nobody.
Nobody.
No retreat. I summon a monster in attack position.
I mean, how do a baby learn its native language if it's not by imitation? Think about it. This the same concept.
I synchro summon a monster.
So basically you have to put your brain in baby mode whenever you want to learn,
Monster's effect activates.
because your preconceptions and wait. Your preconceptions and your
My monster's effect activates.
let's call it your ideas might get in your way, and rather than helping you,
Watch this. I special summon a monster.
they make a lot of interruption in the learning process.
Battle time. I attack with my monster.
You will regret that.
I've got this in the bag. My monster attacks you directly.
I have lost. This was unexpected, but most impressive.
A twerp like you has no business challenging a champ like me.
Does people still use the word dweeb and twerk? like seriously, I have no idea. I mean, duel assessment. This is a perfect example of words that I'm not going to use. Quick victory. Played prismatic card. Played glossy card. Activated spell. Perform special summon. Perform synchro summon. Campaign bonus. Oh, so we have 1k out of the blue. Sweet. And more dice that I'm not going to use. I lost. I did not think it was possible. But you have the power to change the future because I'm Bandit Kid. I'm American, therefore there is nothing I cannot change. Loser does whatever the winner says for a week. Deal? No. Speaking of characters without development, my boy Duke had no justice in the anime.
I hope you're ready to lose. I play every game out there, and I win them all.
See what I mean? He maybe invent a whole game that only served for maybe 3 chapters and one was a filler, and other than that we don't see him play anymore. He's just running on Joy's sisters and that's all. He's a gag member of the gang.
It's my turn.
But I wish he was able to do something else, maybe not being a duelist, but playing something other than the revolve of Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. Let's see.
No retreat. I summon a monster and attack. My monster's effect activates.
Because yeah, sure, I want to learn English, I want to read, I want to practice my conversation, but I want to win too.
Watch this. I special summon a monster.
I don't want to take 5 minutes per a whole game. Stalling. Jokingly. Oh, I forgot. Maybe I should post the link in that special site of Yu-Gi-Oh! That some people might know. But yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
My monster's effect activates.
Maybe I'm going to do it anyways. Screw the rules.
This is it. I special summon a monster. My monster's effect activates. I end my turn. I'm up. It's I draw. From my hand.
Yeah, whatever. I'm going to make it.
A quick play spell. I end my turn. My turn.
So what do we have here? The win.
That. I've got this in the bag. My monster's effect activates. I've got this in the bag. I attack your life points directly. You pay for this.
Let me bully you and your lame tricks. Blah blah blah, something about the next level, hope to duel. We're going down. Yeah, sniveling, little wannabe? What? I don't care about the rules. Okay.
I don't care about the rules. I'll show you what nightmares are made of. You and your lame tricks. I won't let you make a fool out of me. If you ask nicely, I'll finish you fast. My monster attacks you directly.
I may have lost, but I sure had a good time losing.
A twerp like you has no business challenging a champ like me.
What does twerp even mean? I feel like I have to Google that. My boy Crow is doing the dishes in the meantime. I might get kicked out of this group just for posting this video, but now, sometimes they can be supportive, but sometimes they can be a really pain in the back. But I love those people. So yeah, I'm going to do it. Let's go. And I forgot to check on twerp. Twerp meaning. I hope it's not a, very sensitive word, considering it's from a game. It should be fine. And if YouTube strikes me for saying twerp, I can just link them to Konami. Because I literally learned the word out of this game. I had no idea the word existed at all. Okay. Memories of an encounter number 2. Dungeon dice monster. Honestly, normally I will skip this particular story because it's boring. It's basically the manga combined with some non-canonical history, so yeah. Get back my Millennium Puzzle. You don't know how important it is to me. Yugi Muto. Duke's father. Hehehe. It's time to get our revenge, Duke. Don't you dare lose against Solomon's grandchild. I won't. I know how long you have wanted this. I'm going to use a more casual voice. I know how much they hurt you. I know how angry you are. So I get your revenge against Yugi and his grandfather. I've been waiting for you, Yugi. Duke? Let's play a game. Come over here, Yugi. Wait, let me think a little. Wasn't this event the same as the last time he appeared like a month ago? Or is a completely different history? Because I don't see the sense of repeating the same event in the lapse of 1 month other than a filler. So yeah, let me try to remember. What's this all about, Duke? My dad owns this game shop. We're going to play a game that I created, Dungeon and Dragon Monsters. Dungeon Dice Monster is a strategy game where you use the dice to increase the size of your dungeon. Duke, promise me one thing. By the way, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zero, Bakura plays a similar game. I wouldn't call it an exactly game like the one Duke's going to play, but it even had more dices than the actual dice character, and Zork was more like the card, the original card, the one with the ritual effects and the dice rolls. So yeah, promise that if I win this game you'll give back my Millennium Puzzle. Sure, I promise. Because why not? Because I won't have to fulfill it, Yugi. You can never win a game that I invented. If I lose, I won't be able to get my Millennium Puzzle back. That means I'll never get my friend back either. And that's one thing I won't let happen. Here I go, Yugi. Dice roll. Just let me play. Thank you. A dice challenge will now occur by Duke Devlin. Duke Devlin. I don't remember his Japanese name, but a dice challenge will now occur by Duke Devlin. Blah blah blah. There's a bingo and there's a new skill. Okay. Yeah, I won't use Duke, so I don't care, honestly. Okay, let's read the 12 meaning. Ross size best. Generally annoying little person. And we have a younger kid that is an annoying pest. Okay, so it's a boomer way to insult little child. Wait. I'm reading an Urban Dictionary, by the way. There is the number 3 of 12. Ask Ketchum and any of his friends, according to Jesse, James, and Meowth. I never saw a Pokemon episode in English, so I don't know if that's the case. Did they ever call them 12s? I had no idea, so... See? I'm learning. And I'm getting whatever this is for. I wonder if the microphone is still working, because I'm getting mixed signals. Okay, so twerp is a way to say annoying, but for a child. So you have to be older. That's a word I won't use for a while, I guess. Let's see what other American insult I can learn before the stream ends. I know I'm not going to play PvP arena. The NPCs keeps spamming about the PvP aspect of the game. And I'm like, dude, keep in my cards. I don't care about being the king of games. There's only a couple of freebies and flexing rights, but other than that there is no point to that much grinding. So yeah, unless there is a special card in the end of the rainbow, I don't see myself going for the king of games. Because yeah, you don't have any punishment for giving up. So it's just a matter of time. You can just use literally any tier 2, 3, any fun deck, and you will just, you know, lose more time, but eventually reach the king of game title, just like any other grinding style kind of game. Except of course if you are propense to misplay a lot, which is kinda unusual. I mean, if you are using a big brain deck like, I don't know, DDD or Necros, or I don't know, even what could be a big brain deck on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links? I don't know if there is a planned synchro deck, but those decks are kinda hard to pull. But yeah, other than that, the rest of the decks are pretty straightforward. So you either pull your out, your answer and your extension, and you should be fine. And if you don't, you simply lose. It's just that fast. So yeah, I do agree with the Digital Next statement that Duel Links was for newbies, but I'm telling this as a TCG player. I mean, Duel Links is a friendly entrance to the world of the TCG, and I'm actually the world is not concerned, but I don't know how the Duel Link player will receive the pendulum summon mechanic, because for the TCG it was chaotic to the point they had to nerf it by the end of the seasons after 3 years or so. And you might say, well, pendulum summon won't be as powerful as the TCG because you only have 2 zones. But the problem is, even with 2 zones, the Performa pulse are pretty huge if they have all their cards, and they can make lots of trading boards, let's say, maybe. And that's not even talking about the Ignixter and the True Draco and whatever they might launch. Maybe they will launch the Magic Spectre, the DDD, even the Yosenju. It's a complete threat. And they even banned the card that is not Giantronate but the similar one. So I don't know how people will deal with against the Pendulum summon out of the blue. So yeah, it will be interesting to see. Speaking of digital next, I can't wait to see honestly if my PC can run the new game, the Master Duels, because it seems like I'll have to run it on super low specs, considering it is performed for 4K and even for other consoles with better graphics than my current potato PC. So yeah, maybe if I can run it, of course I do it, because it seems really. I've been looking for a game of Yu-Gi-Oh with those features. Now people will probably understand what a chain is because of the fancy animation. So yeah, that's a plus. Let's see. Some people say no, it looks like Hearthstone. Meh. As long as it looks good, I don't care if they strike down copy Hearthstone or Shadowverse or any other card game with a spicy graphics. Okay, I'm going to pick this one just because she's cute. I still need one of these. Okay, so we spent technically 44 minutes, but I didn't play in the first 10, so let's say half an hour, and my boy Kid only has 3 levels. I like this pattern. I'm going to play against a legendary duelist because I want to read some actual lines. I want to listen the accent, because as I said before, perhaps this is the first time you ever see me, so I tell you, my English is a weird, it's a weird combination of American English and British English, because I used to learn in the Cambridge way, so sometimes my T won't sound like an American T, it will sound stronger, and I tend to miss them. For example, here when it say virtually, you can say virtually and virtually, but there is a subtle difference. So honestly, it depends on my mood. Sometimes I will just mumble the word out of my mouth, and sometimes I'll try to put an accent, a special emphasis on the word. For example, character. But yeah, as I said before, as long as people can understand me, as long as I can feel comfortable with whatever I'm going to say, because that's another thing. People maybe can write a lot, maybe can understand a lot, but when it comes to that conversation, they feel the limit and the gap out of their skills. Because yeah, let's be honest, maybe it's easier to just think and talk in your native language, and maybe you just want to use more fancy words, a better and more deep vocabulary, a deeper meaning in the words, play with the double sense, but you can't because you don't have anyone to practice, or you can pay for a school, or you can just wait. You can just train with other natives, which is another good tip that I would like to give. If you happen to have the chance to talk with any native of any language you want to learn, that will be a huge plus on. No, wait, I said I was going to play a legendary duelist. So yeah, try to talk with other natives, and yeah, consume a lot of fiction in the desired language. In this case, I'm playing a game which is I know card games and reading, I mean, people don't read the cards, therefore they misplay a lot. But other than that, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is supposedly a high text intensive kind of game. So yeah, imagine reading in a card game, but that actually might work for you. Even if, again, you are not going to use half of the vocabulary of the particular card game. Mana. How often do you say mana?
I hope you're ready to lose.
On the casual chit chat.
Duel Monsters is one of my faves. Duel, I'm up.
Where are the dice?
It's my turn.
Oh, never mind.
I summon a monster.
I remember in the previous event, maybe when he's out in the wild and not in the portal,
You're up.
but he normally will throw the dice and have a customized board. So yeah, let's finish this guy quickly so we can play in the board version. I want to see the actual dices.
I summon a monster in it. My monster's effect activates. My monster's effect activates.
I should have used Wyvern because I just saw deep blue eyes just to get rid of the back row.
Summon a
Another word that you won't probably use back row that often. and I'm going to swap because I want to see the board in the next game.
This'll pack a wallop. Monster
Nice
attack.
draw. I flip over my face down card. I
Oh no!
My turn.
1.2
draw.
extra life points.
13th grave. I end my turn.
I used to love
You're up.
this card art for a lot of time.
Draw.
I say this before, but I prefer the light cards, the angels. Wind Waver was my favorite card for a long time, but I do appreciate the zombies, the skulls and the demons as well. Such is the duality of men. And yeah, I won.
I summon a monster in a bag.
Wait, let me read some Bandit Kid of the Plague. What is your wisdom?
Nobody beats Bandit Keith. Nobody.
Okay, that wasn't deep.
I'm taking this duel to the next level. Hope you can keep up.
Keep up.
You gonna make your move or what?
What? I like how he says what. I know it's an anime and they have to make their voices a lot, you know, more cartoonish, more fictional, but the pronunciation is there. And if, for example,
This'll pack a wallop.
if you watch a lot of anime, you'll end talking like an anime character,
Well done.
so you have to use some context on the actual
My monster's effect.
lesson, because I don't want to sound like the king of games, Yugi. I just want to talk in a more efficient way.
I special summon a monster. I've got this in the bag. My monster attacks you directly.
No. No.
Yes, yes.
Sayonara, sucker. My monster attacks you directly.
No way. Did you cheat? No. Of course you didn't. You beat me fair and square.
A twerp like you has no business challenging a champ like me.
Champ. I'm not going to say champ, but I do appreciate the accent. Oh, I forgot I have the multiplier on. I do feel bad for Duke though, because he's not worth of me using the Bandit Kit actual skill, which is basically cheating. So when he says, no, of course you didn't cheat because you're a bad NPC. Oh, there we go. It's gacha time. I'm going to pick the number 2. I have no idea which is the skill because I don't read the news, because as I said before, I don't really expect anything good out of Duke. He's just a filler character, sadly. There we go. So now if I find Duke outside of the portal, he might appear with the dice roll game that I want to play, because it's a fun minigame. Oh, I almost read that, but my deck is more powerful than ever. It's time to duel. I was this close to the absolute disaster. Okay, Jay. I mean, it would be weird but fun if a dude appears out of nowhere and he says, my deck is stronger. I mean, good for you, but why do I have to learn this information? Like those spam ads you find on internet. Increase the size of your deck, and you're like, what? I just want to play my card game. I just want to. I can't. Now I'm just. I show you how powerful my fortified deck has become. I don't want to see, so don't show me. I know, it's like the little girl in the Duel Links that sometimes says, if you want to duel me that bad, like, come on, Konami, Konami, we know each other from a long time ago. Don't pretend you are not doing on purpose. I know each of your quirks, of your practices, and I like you. I still like you, even after that. Sometimes I feel like they need even more memes. But just when you think they have gone on the serious route, on the more established, gameplay wise, healthier, they come up just with some random legacy support or just applying meme deck. I lost. Maybe I need to retrain through some ranked duel at the PvP arena. No thanks. PvP is for gamers. I'm just a filthy casual trying to learn English. Without blue eyes. It appears that the chat is disconnected, but no one's talking, so yeah. I'm just feeling the love of YouTube and its particulars. I wish there was a magical way to share your links in one single way. There we go. It's the life of a VTuber. You have to self-promote your a lot anywhere. And honestly, I'm still pretty lame at that. But I don't care, as long as I can learn English, I'll be satisfied. Okay, let's see. Yay, freebies! Maybe, just maybe, I have to pull some cards. Oh, it's reset time already, so yeah. We still have an hour to play, so yeah, we shall be fine. Let's read Great Poseidon Beetle, because why not? If this card targets an opponent's face-up attack position monster for an attack, and that monster is not destroyed by the battle, this card can attack the same monster again in a row. This effect can only be used twice per turn. So we happen to practice all this English for a card that is worthless. That's how it is. I mean, he looks cool. Then again, I don't like the insects Yu-Gi-Oh at all. I don't even like the Insectors. I used to think maybe they will launch some sort of support, but they never did something really special about them. And speaking of insects, where is the Insector new support? Konami, where is the? What was the point of the poll? I just want my insect back. I was rooting for Lyxorn because I'm in love with Lyxorn, but I knew they were going to lose against the other decks. But yeah, since they won, I would like to know what happened with the new promised Insector card. I mean, if people are mad about the meme, let me show you a little something special, just to show you how much Konami cares about the memes. I mean, do I have to say anything else? Best poll ever. I don't think Konami fought this poll well, because Morinfen ended winning by a lot of votes. And I mean votes or bots, because we will never be able to tell you. But yeah, he won fair and square by the rules of Twitter. And here he's not only in Duel Links but also in the actual physical game. They gave my dude more infant sleeps. So yeah, we are waiting. Actually, there is a game mat too. Let me. And yeah, I don't have $2. Because I'm poor. So yeah, you can actually buy the two guys for almost $4 for $6. I mean, I used it ironically if I could. But yeah, that's my point. I close my case with that. Konami likes the memes. And if you are fine with that, then yeah, keep playing, keep spending on cardboard or digital cardboard, if that makes sense. I'm going to pull 10 times. Yep, I'm going to waste in-game currency before the pendulum expansion that is coming up maybe in 1 month from now. I don't see it later than September, but you never know. They are going to launch the edgy version of Jaden as the Dark Emperor, so yeah, maybe that will take 2 weeks at most. There we go. Give me a second, please. Okay, gamers, it's gacha time. Okay, nothing. And nothing again. I mean, this is cute, but rip my void the digital box. Okay. I still don't know the difference between the many animations a card pack can get. Maybe the blue is for a rare, for a new rare, but you also have the Egyptian animation, you have the rainbow animation, you have the golden animation, and honestly I didn't check that info because I'm not a nerd. So yeah, let's see what we can get. Origin. Maybe this is the rare, and another rare that I won't use. Okay, we have 3 Kuribos and nothing. Explosion, book matrix, and something. This is actually a reference to a black hole So I like the dragon just for that. This is a limit of events that happens between the end of what you might understand as the ring of the black hole and the beginning of the black hole, the part that science cannot explain about the dark hole, and the side of the universe that we can barely understand. And yeah, I had to get the card just after saying that I wasn't a nerd. I love I do appreciate the irony on that. But I mean, the galaxy is just amazing, not only for the fiction but also for studying. That should be common knowledge. I mean, you have this huge big sky up to you, and you're not going to wonder why. Okay, now erratic. Speaking of Egyptian god cards, I used to dislike the archetype, but now I'm in good terms as I still learn about their meaning. And yeah, they got the nerf too, so I like the nerf decks. Okay, 2 more. And no, okay. We have the glowing fancy animation. Maybe that's a good signal, but I don't know if that's a signal of just a rare or a gold that might appear, or maybe an ultra, but I doubt. Sanki. And another of the pieces. There was a chair, there was a balance, and another thing that I don't know. People call them sticks. Okay. So we have the turtle that has a funny head, Constellar Tempest, and another reference to the space. Parsec, the interstellar dragon. You might want to check on Parsec on Google on your free time. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, I want this card, maybe I want this one, M7. Maybe I want the rabbit, because why not? I definitely want Levianer, because maybe I want to create a chaos deck, or even for Lightsworn I would love to use it. Even though I do love Judgment Dragon, I think he's more contemporary, let's call it, than JD, but I will always love JD. And from here we just want I mean nothing, because I have Omega, but other than that there is no Pleiades, there is no by the time I get 3 copies of this dude, I will be able to create this deck. So yeah, anyways, maybe one of these for the special summon, but okay. How do I get so many diamonds? No, there aren't diamonds, there are gems. I play a lot of gachas, so I don't know. I don't bother to memorize the currency of the game. I just see a fancy stone. Sometimes they're jewels, sometimes they're gems, sometimes they are powerful diamonds or whatever, or emeralds. But yeah, it's basically the same. And yeah, we are done until we have more than a week to claim this little one before the expire. I mean, I'm not saying the game forces the player to spend, but you're low-key short on time, and it's either spend or waste. So they make of spending an habit, and suddenly that habit can become something else that I'm not sure if I want to mention. Because I say this before. In this case, learning English is about creating habits. Streaming is about creating habits. But just as you can't do anything positive out of creating habits, the same applies to any exploit. People can perform on you. I don't seem to find my boy Duke on the wild. Maybe I need more tool orbs. I maybe have to learn what he says, because he talks like a little kid. Skipping some parts of the words. Look out, cuts. Look out, cause I haven't given up on my dream of becoming the Duel World King. Okay. The scrapper. Whatever scrapper is. This might sound completely random, but a lot of people are playing Pokemon Unite. It's supposed to be launched on Switch first, and then it will be on Steam. I don't know if I'm going to play a glorified Dora. People are really complaining about the cash shop practices, but then again, it's Nintendo. What did you expect? And Gengar being a pain in the meta. I wonder if they are going to nerf the units, or I don't know, I should call the Pokemon champions, but yeah. Actually, I think this was the girl who says that line about dueling her dad, but maybe, or was the other little girl? Okay, so then again, there is no merit on leveling up Bandit Kid right now. Maybe if you want this card so badly for your Cyber Dark Dragon deck, but other than that, you're completely fine leaving it alone. Maybe for the currency, but I mean, I know Desperado was meta before, but let's think in the present, he's not there. Oh, I lost. Maybe I need to hit the books at Duel School. Wait, so where is Duke? I want to find my boy Duke. You are the duelist I most look forward to facing. Let's have a legendary match. Okay, NPC. Sometimes the DM world can be, or at least can feel, really empty if you compare it with other worlds. This is what I mean. This duel did not end in my favor, but it was quite educational. I have to agree, because I'm here for the same reason. Maybe we are reaching 1.5 hours. Maybe in 30 minutes we will call it a day, because I'm really satisfied. Speaking of mana, my mana is on its limit. It seems I might have too many speed and trap cards in my deck. I mean, I'm not tired because I did the stream longer, but I don't want to be redundant either, because yeah, sure, I'm learning to talk in English, I'm learning to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or at least Duel Links. But the most important part of the process is also learning how to stream. Because yeah, sure, maybe this can be educational for me, but at the same time there should be a balance between my satisfaction and people's satisfaction. But yeah, not everyone and their mother were born to be entertainers. And sometimes people want to just chill rather than getting a joke or a forced joke every second. Yeah, I can only promise chill and peace. Like, I don't see myself screaming at all. Maybe out of happiness, but what can I do out of happiness in a gacha? Maybe pulling a huge card, but other than that, this is really straightforward. So yeah, let's see. Can be used each time your life point decreases by 1.5. Add 7 complete card hidden in your wristband to your hand. This skill can only be used once per turn and twice per duel. Yeah. I remember when I thought this card will be useful in the future. I mean, they did launch a legacy support for the Bandit kit cards, but it was pretty, it was a meme. They even did a new slot machine. Actually, let me try to find it. Okay. Please duel me. I think my deck is a bit stronger now. Let's see, Yu-Gi-Oh! New slot machine card. There was even a new card for the slot machine and the 7 complete. So yeah, let me try to slot machine. Yu-Gi-Oh! New support. Oh, the mirror match. US chance machines. I'm going to leave this very guy for the very end because I want an American duel as a big finale. So yeah, I've done my homework and now I'll show you the results. Do you think Duolingo is actually good for learning any language? I do have my reserves on that. I wouldn't just use Duolingo. know they want to try to make it look like a game with the level up, with the dailies, with the quests, and with the parties. You can compare your points with other people unless you're a loner. But the most similar thing to a game is a game. So I could be playing Duolingo, or I could be playing a game and getting some feedback. Okay, maybe I need to keep pushing Duke out of the portal. Maybe in level 20. Yeah, if I remember right, I just have to keep poking on him on level 30, on level 40, and yeah, it will unlock his boring history, because let's be honest, it's just a filler chapter in the manga and a filler chapter in the
I hope you're ready to lose.
I play every game out there, and I win them all.
anime, and a filler event in the game.
I'll set a monster.
Epic filler time. It's
I end my
just,
turn. You're up.
My turn.
I know what Kazuki was planning on him, but it didn't work.
Watch this. I summon a monster. I set a card face down. That. I've got this in the bag. I attack with my monster. I end
My turn. I draw. Ha. I'll set a monster. I end my turn. You're up.
It's my turn.
Okay, I can't find the card.
I draw. No retreat. I summon a monster in attack position.
I mean, I know
No retreat.
I didn't pay much attention to the TCG and their new products in a while. The new thing I saw was the you know, the Joker,
Got this in the bag.
the Joker expansion.
Knight's effect activates.
Check out my face down card. My counter trap activates. I end my
I'm
turn.
up. It's my turn. I draw. I set a monster. Huh. I end my turn.
It's my turn. I draw.
There we go.
From my hand, I activate a spell. This is it. I summon my monster's effect activates. This is it. I special summon my monster's effect activates. I set a card. That. I've got this in the bag.
Not gonna happen.
My monster attacks.
I activate my monster's effect.
I've got this in the bag. I attack your life points directly. My monster's effect activates. This is it. I expect my turn's done.
I draw. I set a
You're
monster.
going down.
I end my
Little
turn.
wannabe. I see you quaking in your boots.
What does
My
Nibbly?
turn. I draw. Battle time. My monster attacks. I've got this in the bag. I attack your life points directly.
There we go. Now we have to play against Duke on level 30 and level 40, and yeah, that should be enough to unlock the new skill and call the event done. I wonder if people will drop Duel links once Master Duels appeared. That's what I'm wondering. I mean, the world makes sense, but at the same time, it will be really sad. Because, let's be honest, the first time I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, I was full of misconceptions. I thought the game would be just, you know, a gacha hell like Hearthstone, but in the end, they put so much detail in the game that it was actually a pleasant experience. I love spending a lot of time playing the events like the Carriel and the tarot cards. I mean, they are not tarot cards, but her cards are most likely the fortune lady, so yeah. I love crowd riding just out of nowhere. I love the special events. The freebies are okay. The Grand Prix is fun. I mean, if you are not too invested in the whole epic card gamer mindset, because yeah, Bandit will run, will destroy, will annihilate your decks. That's something you cannot change in any card game, but it's part of the wall pack. This is actually the first time I watch him lose, so I should have taken a peek. I mean, the details, the animations, the voices, the little details they put into any character, even those without a vast and complete lore, receive lots of attention out of this world, you know, the world of Duel Links. So if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan of the anime or the manga, yeah, maybe the meta is kinda, you know, if you compare it with the TCG, it's a festival, a carnival of freaks. But other than that, if you like the series, if you like the universes, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arcs, and the pendulum summon is coming. So if you have that sort of attachment,
Don't expect any mercy from me.
well, you can actually. This is the first time I watched this part. Let's see. Let's do the following. Let's try to read some of the skills. If you're level 7 or higher monster, let's go again. Baggy sleeps. If you're level 7 or higher monster is destroyed by battle, your normal draw in the next draw phase becomes 2 cards. You can only activate this skill once per duel. I mean, I can't see a red dice deck, but then again you have to play a red dice, and that's the only issue I have with this skill. Balance, yeah, a pretty generic skill. Bandit can be used if your life points are okay. This is similar to the previous one, but with spill and cards and trap cards. Can be used if your life points are at 115,000 1.5k or below. Return 1 card from your hand to your deck, then select one set card in your opponent's speed and trap zone and steal it. This skill can only be used once per duel. Meh. Cheater's coin. If your life points are at the same line, maybe 1k more than your opponent's, and if you have at least 5 cards in your hand, your coin tosses always lands on heads. Okay, this is pretty OP. At least it was for the Desperado deck. This is actually better than any Duke skill. And you can potentially use it on anywhere in any other look based deck. Okay, so you have the Drowsens, LP boost, restart, and yeah, I like the Bandit special skills. I mean, they even had the intellectual effort to pick well thought skills based on the characters. This is not completely a random thing like, you know, summon a fire monster out of the blue because I don't know what's the correlation between Bandit Kit and the fire element. This is just some actually nice detail. So I don't know if Master Duels will have a story mode, but it's obviously that it will be focused on the OCG or the TCG aspect of the game, which is not bad. If you want to play a game solely for the history, at least for Yu-Gi-Oh, you have a plethora of options there. Look, I do play Shadowverse, which is like the Wii version of Hearthstone, and maybe the new Yu-Gi-Oh will be similar in the sense that maybe they will have a ranked system, you know, a ladder, just like we have King of Games here. Well, something like that, like, I don't know, bronze, gold, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, whatever, you know, grind for your life and you will get freebies and flex strikes and maybe fancy sleeves. But other than that, that's another thing that I love. I love whenever you are starting Duel Links, you listen actually all of the available voices. That's another huge little detail. I mean, you can feel the love. Okay, so we have basically the MC of all the games of Yu-Gi-Oh, or most of the games, and then rip, do do do, ga ga ga, onomatopoeia decks, basically in a nutshell. I mean, you can still play them, but okay, I think I found the Bandit kit cards, but the problem is that the effect is huge. Give me a second, I have to make some quantum magic just to show you the card. I'm going to leave on I know what's the name of this mode when you can spectate on a previous game, this little TV. Street replay. Well, okay, this one. I'm going to leave you here for a moment and I'm going to show you the Bandit kit card. Of course, the reboot. Wait, I cannot ignore another vagabond. Okay, so the good news is that I didn't receive the Van Hammer of the previous mentioned group, but at the same time I guess they didn't approve my post, so yeah. All in all, it's perfectly balanced. I'm not going to comment of the game. I don't see myself making commentaries out of games other people play, at least for now.
Very well. Let us begin.
I just want to
Time to stomp this jumper.
listen.
Duel. Prepare yourself. My turn. Come out. I summon a monster in attack position. My monster's effect activates. I set my card. That ends my turn.
It's my turn. I draw a card. Get ready. I summon a monster in attack position. From my hand, my field spell activates. I set a card face down. I set a card. Let's have ourselves a battle. I'll trounce ya. I attack your life points directly.
This is nothing.
I end my turn.
Prepare yourself. My turn. Draw. A new horror awaits you. I summon a monster in attack position. My monster
Yo, what's up, guys?
activates.
I received a link,
I exceed summon a monster.
a completely random link. I was like, this is an OBS.
My monster
Web sources, so
activates.
yeah, I'm going to pick,
And now,
and I was completely
summon a
wrong.
monster. My monster's effect activates. A new horror awaits you. I special summon a monster.
I like audience accent a lot.
My card. Let's battle. I'll cut you down. I attack with my monster.
I knew you'd try that. My field spell activates. I knew you'd try that. My face down card activates. My trap activates.
That ends my turn.
It's my turn. I draw a card. Get ready. I summon a monster in attack position. From my hand, my field spell activates. Let's have ourselves a battle. My monster's gonna stomp ya. My monster attacks your life points directly.
You took the bait. Here's my face down card. My trap activates.
I'll trounce ya. I attack your life points directly. I end my turn.
You're falling into my trap. You just don't realize it yet. My turn. Draw.
My turn.
I'll cut you down. My monster attacks immediately.
Rookie, my field spell activates. Rookie, my face down card activates. My trap activates.
I shall take you down. My monster attacks immediately.
Sucker! My field spell activates.
I mean, this is actually quite interesting
Just getting
duel to watch.
That ends
Just that I never have
It's my turn.
interest on just watching and not playing by myself.
I activate an equip spell. Let's have ourselves a battle. I'll trounce ya. I attack
At your life points directly.
Did he say
And equipped
at Francia?
That's a mistake. Here's my face down cub. My trap activates.
I end my turn.
You're falling into my trap. You just don't realize it. My turn. Draw. Come forth. I synchro summon a monster.
I should think properly on my next thumbnail.
I set my card face down. That ends my turn.
Here I come.
I think it's fine.
I've been fossilized.
Your determination was surprising. I can see that you have the spirit of a true duelist.
A true duelist. A true duelist. Are we a duelist or we are card gamers? I don't know. I just want to make some funny combos and collect some cute stuff. But other than that, am I a duelist? Maybe I am a duelist. Okay, so I found the card, but this is all real-time experience. This is not staged, so of course I'm going to have, I don't want to say the word technical issues, but it's happening. It's the curse of the West. Technical issues. I mean, we're fine. I'm just I'm learning. Image. I mean, don't feel bad when you watch this card, because we won't likely have it, at least for Duel Links, in a long time. But I mean, look at this. Slot Machine 7. This is a fan-made translation because we don't have the official English version yet. I'm not quite sure of that for now, but just look at the card. You just don't want to read this much. I mean, this is what I mean when I tell you that TCG is not newbie friendly, because if you want to force someone to read this much out of nowhere, okay, so now you understand why Duel Links is an introduction to the actual game. There is no single card in the game that it has this much text, at least for now. Just wait for the Pendulum Summon. Okay, but let's try to make an effort, an intellectual effort to read this. I hope you can watch it as well. Hold on. Shoo. Okay, this is a nightmare. But hang with me. I got you, bro. I got you. Or sis, or in between. Okay, let me get let me get some gamer juice on. I'll try to read this abomination. I mean, I'm not going to get this in any Cambridge school. So yeah, here we go. Slot machine 7. You can only control one slot machine 7. Oh no. You can only control one slot machine 7. If a coin is tossed while this card is in your hand or graveyard. Oh, let's see. People now call Y to the graveyard because otherwise it wouldn't enter in the whole new text of the cards. That's how it is, except during the damage sip. You can banish 2 other cards that have a coin tossing effect from your hand, field, and or graveyard. Special summon this card. Once per turn you can toss a coin 3 times and add 7 spells from your deck and or your graveyard to your hand, up to the numbers of heads. Do you follow? Because I don't. This is how some effects are nowadays. Then, if the result was 3 heads, this card gains 700 or 700. Yeah, 700 attack and defense. This card gains effects based on the number of 7 spells you control, plus 1. 7 spells you control cannot be targeted. I have to check on that word later on. Cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. 2+. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can change this card's battle position. And if you do, the activated effect becomes your opponent sends one spell trap from their deck to the graveyard. And 3+. You're unaffected by other card effects except for 7 spells, and he has 2,000 and 2,300 of defense. I mean, look at this abomination and tell me there is a god out there. I leave you with this thought about the current state of Yu-Gi-Oh! And you can tell me if this is what you call power creep or some actual complete mess. Okay, so now as a grand finale, we have the mirror match with the guy himself, with the US champ, with the clown that Kazuki Takashi decided to make out of the poor American guy. Because let's face it, it's a stereotype. But in the end, thanks to Little Kuribo and Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series back then, he was a remarkable character. So yeah, let's go. Kid versus Kid.
I hope you're ready to lose. Step right up to get smacked down. Duel. It's my turn. I set a monster face down. I end my turn. It's my turn. I draw. Punk.
Did he say punk? I still need to search on the sniveling, whatever that is.
Come on, get on with it. You know you ain't gonna win.
You know you ain't gonna win. Okay, what do I do? Stay calm, stay calm. Maybe I just have to summon.
No retreat. I summon a monster and my monster's effect activates.
Then some epic blue eyes gamer time is coming in 3, 2, 1.
From my hand, I activate a spell.
Okay, so now we have a blue eyes incoming, and now I need the second blue eyes incoming.
My monster's effect activates.
Because spamming is carrying. And speaking of carrying, subscribe, like, and blah blah blah. Please.
I set a card.
And now I wait patiently to get
Battle time.
2 blue eyes out of nowhere.
I attack with my monster. My monster's effect activates.
Let me diss my opponent a little.
No retreat. I special summon a I end my turn. It's my turn. You gonna make your I set a monster. I end my turn.
Do you VM on a PvP game? I don't, unless my opponent VMs. To be honest, I try to avoid such situations.
I activate a spell.
Now when they think they won and they start spamming the modes, the Ds, and they lose, that's a satisfactory feeling that you just have to express through the VM.
You and your lame tricks.
Sometimes I even wait to the last second to finish the game so he can get his hopes up until the very end,
I summon a monster and attack.
and they call me sadist.
Battle time. This'll pack a wallop. I attack with my
You can say
monster.
wallet.
My monster's effect activates.
I wonder if I will end
I special
using
summon
outdated insults in the end of this experience rather than actually learning English.
I've got this in the bag. I attack your life.
Who says that phrase, for example? I got this in the back. I don't hear it in
Ain't right.
years.
Sayonara, sucker.
Sayonara.
I attack your life points directly. Ah!
There we go.
No! I win! I wish you could see the loser look on your loser face. Loser.
I don't know if that was the proper line in this particular game, Mr. Kid, but I do appreciate your company on this long path that I started. Even if you are a loser. Speaking of memes, there is a new archetype in the TCG about the VTubers, because for better or for worse I'm one. Nice to meet you. But there is the Evil Twins archetype, and it's full of VTuber references. They actually launch some rivals, and yeah, that's how Konami keeps shining through this era of confusion and madness with VTuber cards. So if you don't know, the Evil Twins I will gladly invite you to check them out. They are so much fun, and I can't wait to play them. Maybe on a stream, maybe on Master Tools in the future, maybe on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, I don't know. It's been a while since I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! On Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro or any other simulator, given the case. So yeah, I think we're done here. I do appreciate your support, those that merely were clickbaited, or those who actually wanted to support me, or just were curious about my English skills. And as you can see, I hope you can understand this is a learning process, and any process was and will be a long one. So I'd rather have fun in the meantime. That's how I face any challenge, and I hope to keep facing them in the future. So if you stay with me, you might see some actual development. That's it. Thanks for watching. And let me put the outro, because I'm that good at streaming to the point to get an outro. I see you soon.